Okay, so this is our second monthly CIRTL meeting. Most of you already know what is CIRTL is, and already we have a couple of meetings before, but formally one starting meeting, which was last month, and we are planning to have every month a meeting. So it's not only to show you, guide you for the all other courses coming, but same time we need feedback from you all, because most of you already started some of the programs, and which you will be better guide than me because you are taking that course. So how is it going? And the next person who will be joining, you can guide him or her to take the next course. So if there is there anybody new for the first time the CIRTL meeting? Welcome. Okay, so just to give you introduction is CIRTL is a networking group. The mission of the CIRTL group is to make next generation faculty, and how by helping our graduate student and postdoc to learn how to teach. Because in your graduation study and even postdoc, we all learn the research and our work, but nobody really formally goes for teaching. And then when you become faculty, the first thing most of the faculty has to do go for teaching. So this is the group. I think 7 universities are started. All the big universities like Stanford, Harvard, Texas A&M, and now almost 45 universities has joined the network. So UTSA has joined in this summer. We got accepted, and we're really happy for that. So what is the advantage of CIRTL? Several, but most critical one I can think of is you can take courses from every university on the network. Like just the fall courses our members are taking are from Cornell. So you are sitting at your here and taking courses from Cornell. So which is really very important, I think. And second thing is
that's where the computer whisper is. It's in the back.
And second important thing is, as you all are attending those classes, in the monthly meeting, we can discuss which one is working for whom, and you guys can help each other. And also, we are now trying to get our own UTSA some courses, because sometimes it's good to have like our own instructor going to the classroom learning. And most beneficial thing is we are requesting our faculties to, at the last stage of your CIRTL program, you will get to teach in undergrad class, just a practical experience. We all know that practical experience is more than all other courses. And another last advantage I will say is getting the certification. So these are national level groups. So when you get the certification from Cornell, definitely it is way valuable than any other certification. And same time, once you finish the courses, we will do the different certifications from UTSA CIRTL program. And there are 3 different certification CIRTL offer. So this is a like how to join the CIRTL. Most of you already know we have a team group made for the CIRTL group. Almost more than 40 members are there. It's for everyone at UTSA. Sorry. And graduate student, master, postdoc, even faculties are already joined, because again, as I said, none of faculty, or unless they are experienced, you don't get any training for how to teach. So this is good for even faculties. And my colleague Katie, she has done an extensive job, and she put all the files, our previous programs, our previous meetings, PDF file, PowerPoint file, all the different courses. She has listed all the courses, old one, and new this week one, and even in future, whichever programs are coming, she has listed and putting there, and we are constantly answering the question if anybody has any question. So you can go to the join the team group, and then in the file, you will see all the files are there. So sorry, I make it too. And as I was saying that what certification we give, so there are three stages certification. The first one, which is basic, I think pretty much all of you will already there. You are joining the meetings and you are taking some of the classes, and some classes are already there is assessment there. So when you finish it, by the time you will be eligible or you will be able to write a statement for teaching, especially for postdocs or even graduate students who are applying for any faculty job. You have to first write a statement of your teaching philosophy. So these all will be learned, and that's one certificate you will get. Practitioner one is the next level where you will be using maybe proper teaching to the classroom or teaching as research, means you will be using some of the your special teaching method you want to try. If undergrads are getting help from that method, and that's called teaching as research. And then final scholar, you will be completing couple of courses, as well as you will be able to teach in undergrad classes. We are requesting faculties to give our CIRTL member an opportunity to go and teach in the classes, which is really, I think is really good, because I never get that experience to learn. As I said, biggest advantage, we call it MOOC, cross network courses. They have all spring, fall, and summer courses, and based on different kind of classes, like classes at community college, classes for STEM undergrad. They have all organized different programs, and all 45 university offer those programs, and we have to pick up which one is good for you. Some are specific for postdocs, some are specific for some specific subject wise. And again, as I said, we are trying to get our UTSAs program. And Katie, again, thanks to Katie, she has organized all this program, guiding step by step, and also she communicated with different faculties. And so far we got 4 courses. Faculties are accepted us, and they're offering it couple of spot, like 3 to 5 spot in their classes. And we will explain you how to join those classes, and Katie can maybe walk you through all those courses. Thank you.
Okay, so before I talk about the courses that are coming up in the spring, I do want to mention, if anyone is enrolled, I think a few of you are enrolled in the CIRTL Network MOOCs this fall. And so in order for you to get, credit for CIRTL at UTSA, we are going along with what the CIRTL Network is using as their grading policy. And so if you're enrolled in the Intro to Evidence-Based Undergrad STEM Teaching, they will issue you a letter of completion if you earn a 50% minimum grade in the MOOC. So as long as you get a 50% or higher, then we'll get either a letter of completion or a letter with distinction. And then they will send you that letter to your email within 10 days after the official end date of that MOOC. And then what you'll do is you'll submit that letter of completion to us through Canvas. So we're setting up these courses to help keep track of all of the workshops that you complete. And Cynthia will talk a little bit more about Canvas at the end of our session today. But what's important is that you turn in that letter of completion to us so that we can check you off and give you credit. And then if you're in the Inclusive STEM Teaching MOOC, they have a different grading policy. So you will earn a certificate of completion for that course as long as you complete 50% of their inclusivity framework questions. So again, that 50% threshold, and then they will issue you that certificate of completion, and again, turn it in on Canvas to us. So any questions about how to get credit for the MOOCs this fall? And then thinking about upcoming courses, there still are openings for CIRTL Network workshops if you want to enroll in any for the remainder of November and December. So the Creating Accessible Teaching and Research Documents and Getting Started with Universal Design for Learning still have spots. I don't think they have any registration limits for those workshops. So you can go to their CIRTL Network website and register yourself for those workshops. They have not released their spring workshops yet, but whenever they do, I'll send out a notification to everyone to let you know that the spring courses are up so that you can take a look and see if any of those workshops interest you. And as Madhumita mentioned, these CIRTL network courses are run through other universities. So a lot of times when you register, it'll take you to, a site through Michigan or Cornell or some other university, and that's okay. We'll still count it for credit here at UTSA. And then in addition to the CIRTL network workshops through like the National CIRTL network, we also have courses here at UTSA that you can take to earn credit towards CIRTL. And so these are kind of teaching and education focused courses that are offered in different departments on campus. So, we're trying to spread them out across different programs because we understand that not everyone is in the same program here. So we've worked with different faculty to get permission to allow some CIRTL members into their courses in the spring. And there are 4 different courses that are available. The first is Teaching in Life Sciences, which is taught by Dr. Jesus Romo in the Molecular Microbiology and Immunology program. And that course is open for graduate students in that program typically, but if you are a grad student or postdoc here, he has about 3 to 5 spots open for CIRTL members. So for all of these courses that I'm gonna mention, we do have a different enrollment process, especially for postdocs, because typically, you're not enrolling in courses necessarily. So I'll talk about it in just a little bit. We have a few different options for actually, formally taking these classes for CIRTL credit. But just know there's one in MMI, Teaching Life Sciences. There's one in English, Theory and Practice of Teaching Composition. And that course is about how to teach writing. So if you're interested in that type of course, or you think that that will help you in your future career about how to teach students about how to become better writers, then that might be a good fit for you. That one's taught by Dr. Sue Hum, and she also has 3 to 5 spots available. And then there are 2 engineering courses that are being opened up to CIRTL. So there's Becoming an Engineering Educator, taught by Dr. Ortiz. And this one is hybrid, so it's primarily going to be online next semester with a few in-person meetings. And she has 12 spots, up to 12 CIRTL members can join that class. And in that class, you're going to learn, get a very comprehensive foundation for being an educator in engineering, whether, kind of across the spectrum. So if you want to be an engineering educator at the higher education level, this is a good fit for you, but all grade bands. And then she's also offering an engineering education research seminar, which is going to be more informal. There are guest speakers who will show up to that class, and each guest speaker has a slightly different job or career in engineering education. So it'll give you kind of more awareness about different positions that are out there and help build connections to different engineers and educators in that field. And that one is also hybrid, so there will be some live sessions and some online sessions. And that one has 20 spots open for CIRTL members. And so, again, because this is kind of a unique opportunity, letting CIRTL members join these courses, we have a few different options and kind of our own process of letting you join. So our kind of top choice or our preference is that we are going to allow you to just show up to these courses and not necessarily formally register through UTSA. And so with this first option, you would be expected to show up to class, actively participate, but you wouldn't earn a grade or any credit for taking the course. So for postdocs, that doesn't really, impact you. But if you are a grad student, you do have the option of formally registering for a course, just as you would for any other class that you want to take. There are 2 other options, although I don't think people would be as interested in pursuing these. You can, if you're a postdoc or a grad student, you can do a formal audit And so that one just involves more paperwork and a formal process through UTSA, where if you want kind of this written contract and to formally audit a course, that is an option, and we can help you go through that process. And then if you are eligible for the Employee Educational Benefit Program and interested in, using that benefit to take these courses, this is, I think, open just for postdocs, but that also is an option. So again, this is probably, the most preferred option. But either way, if you're interested in taking any of these 4 UTSA courses, you need to fill out this form. So there's a QR code, and I'll send it out to everyone as well. But you need to tell us that you're interested in taking one of these courses, and then we are going to work with each of those individual faculty to make sure that they know to reserve these spots for you and who to expect in their class next semester. So that might be a little confusing, but I'll pause here and see if there are any questions. This is just the process for taking a course at UTSA in the spring. All right, if any questions come up, feel free to just reach out to me or any of us. And so that's kind of the main opportunities for courses in the spring. Something that we do want to update for postdocs is that to participate in CIRTL workshops or anything during your normal work hours, we do want you to get approval from your PI or supervisor, just so that they know if you're going to be taking one of these classes and you have to be doing that during work hours, for example, that they have given approval. So we have a form here where you'll be able to upload that approval from your PI or supervisor. And so we're asking you to provide that to us as well. All right, so I just want to pause here too and open it up and see how, if you're enrolled in any of the CIRTL courses or workshops this semester, how those have been going, and if you have any feedback or questions for us so that we can improve this process as we go forward, since this is just the first semester of CIRTL.
Real quick, for those of you who are online, if you have a question, you can use the Q&A or function. You can also, there should be a raise hand option, and I can unmute you and you can speak to the room if you can be interested.
So one thing I noticed is that there are a few videos in that introductory course, especially some of the very specialized ones where the sound quality isn't what it could be. But overall, I think the course is good.
That's for the intro to
Yeah.
STEM undergrad teaching. Okay.
I took it, I liked it. Feel like I learned a lot from it.
I think that particular course, it's been around for a while now. So I think that they are interested in updating some of the videos.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, especially some of the very specific, here's what we did on this campus for this type of class. Some of those are a little dated and the sound quality could definitely be improved.
But overall,
I mean, they've got the transcript, so that definitely helps. And overall, I'd say the quality of the move was pretty high.
yeah, and you were able to complete it. You said you missed a few assignments or something, but
Well, I mean, yeah, ironically, I missed most of them to do things to get the job I needed the class for, but I took the class for anyway.
feedback from people. Want to add anything? Yeah, I think so.
I have few things to add up before we switch to our next speaker. So I just want to clear it up that this is just a group. We are coming together. Just feel free to whatever you want to tell. And also feel free to put your ideas like how we can improve, what else you want, because this is something for us new too. So we really want you all to get involved. The other couple of faculty came last time, and we really want you to get involved, come up with your ideas. Okay, I want to attend that, or I want it this way. And we just want as a group to grow. It's not like we are organizing and you all are listening. I want everybody to take part and please make it like a group. Every month we are joining here just to help each other. Like instead of you are doing alone all the programs and we come up together, help each other. So please come with your ideas and open up and tell us what we can do more. And as I said, I am learning too. I really don't know all those courses because you guys are taking those courses. Second, one thing I want to say that I know a couple of your mentors are taking several of the classes. Obviously, you are UTSA's professor they are. So Katie is trying to reach every professor who is offering, but you might not know some of the professors who are really offering a good course, which will be helpful. Like I know Dr. Datta offers some of the art plant science classes. So please talk to your PIs because you know better than us what they teaches and ask them if they can offer those kind of courses, which will be really good for us. So it's basically we are trying to bring all the courses where our certain member can learn how to teach. So please talk to your PIs and if they have some course you think will be good for us, especially some of the psychology classes, psychology department and other thing, anything. So I'm asking rather to please help and get the classes for us. Second, again, this is something really they are helping. Faculties are not really need to do it. So they are helping us to grow our student postdoc to learn teaching. So please take advantage of those classes and this is kind of a unique opportunity. They are letting you guys to sit there. So suppose engineering classes, Katie talk to them and they are like, okay, we'll be letting you all to sit there and then take the classes. So it's very rarely happen, but they are doing it. So please take advantage. And the form she shows is nothing but to know like who is suppose engineering, somebody wants engineering classes. So put your name so we can give them. So if there is only 3 spots, we can block it right away. And then we can communicate. Maybe if you go, they will not know who you are. So we can share your information saying that she is coming for that engineering class. So then, because if it is you are just sitting, then instructor or faculty need to know how to assess you compared to their student. Because their student, they will just give assignment and they are passed or failed. But for our postdocs or graduate student, we will be just sitting. So there should be a faculty's part that they have to keep a track, like if you are learning anything or not. And that's extra job for them. So we are, it's kind of like what I'm trying to say is they are helping us. So take advantage and make sure you're blocking your spot if you want to take. And last one is we are also organizing some of the programs like our professional development program, mentorship programs. So those, if you take, those will be also count. If you think that you want to go the first level of certain certification and you didn't took any of those, we can add those. Whole purpose is to know that you learn something basic and you can talk. So maybe you can take couple of professional level of leadership class, communication class, and like which we organize ourselves, like a 1 hour seminar just like this. And then maybe one time, I'm just coming up that I want you guys input on that. Maybe you will organize end of the session, end of the semester, like a 1 hour talk where whoever taking that, they will give a 15-minute talk. So that's itself proof that you are such a good in your communication. And I'm pretty sure all of you give the professional talk every meeting. So that's also will be a good way for us to know that you passed that first level. And I can see here all post reading that. I know you all go for meeting every alternate month. So yeah, those things we can do too. And please come up with your new ideas so we can grow together. Okay. So last one, which Cynthia, who is my colleague, she is going to help because again, I don't know much about Canvas. So we are trying to put everything in the Canvas just to keep a track. Because when the time comes, you will put that your certificate there that I finished that program and we'll prepare our micro credential badge or certificate for you. So that's the whole purpose. And she will walk you through. I don't know how many of you know Canvas. Do you guys all use Canvas? So yeah, so I don't know either. So she is our teacher. Yeah. Here you go. And who are online, I hope you're listening us. So please follow the same thing.
So hi, everyone. Okay, so nobody's used Canvas before. Have you used Blackboard? Okay, so for those of you that use Blackboard, it's exactly the same like LMS, but UTSA now uses Canvas. So it's the same setup. And I'll show you how to get there. But if you haven't, it's just the software that faculty use to teach. So that's where they put all of their assignments, their assessments, everything, especially if it's online, like an online course. That's where the students will go, complete their assignments, look at their PowerPoints, their syllabus, everything is in there. So in order to get there, you would go to UTSA. Where's the mouse? Okay, there. You know, log into your UTSA. And then you would once you log in, it'll be right here. Okay, so right now you guys are not in the course yet, but once you are, you'll get a notification, like an email notification, and then once you click on it, it'll. Okay. There you go. You'll see this UTSA, CIRTL. Then this is how the course will be. So these are all different modules. And all the information is there. This is the only thing that you all have to worry about. So it'll be at the home. And if you want to be more specific, you can click modules and it's going to be there. But we made it so that everything's at home. You don't have to click anywhere else. To learn more about CIRTL, you know, you can click on it and it's all there. We also have different stuff. So this one is to join the teams. This one is to submit your certification. So those of you that are currently taking the CIRTL workshop, once you complete, you can submit it by clicking on here, and then it goes to the submission thing. So you can just upload it or drag it and put it here and then submit. If for the MOOC, it's also here. Once you click on the link, it takes you to the information that Katie talked about earlier. And then you just go back and forth. These are the spring courses and workshops that are going to be available through CIRTL. So if you click on that link, I already put them here for the fall. This is currently for the fall. Once the spring comes, then I'll add them there as well. And it's just easier access so that you don't have to go to the CIRTL website and search for these websites. They're all going to be here. So you just click on, you know, the link and it takes you directly to that course or workshop, and then that's where you would register. And then the same with UTSA. So the UTSA, we already updated it for the spring. So they are going to be here. And so this is just information on registering that Katie also talked about, the options that you have. So we just try to make it so that everything is on one location. And then that's where you would also submit. So we also have other courses and workshops that you can take through other institutions. So like we have UT Austin, we have, if you wanted to do one with the Academic Innovations Program, and then here's the contact information for the people in charge. And then here are the ones for UTSA. So the ones that Katie talked about earlier. If you're interested on taking the teaching and life sciences, here's the information, the faculty in charge, and then a short description if you're interested in what that course is going to be about. So everything's here. Once you complete your certification and you want, for example, for UTSA, if you took any of these classes, then you would just go to submit completion and then submit your certification information there. And the same thing with the CIRTL ones. And then lastly is for postdocs. This is again for if you're going to be taking a course during, you know, working hours, you need your PI's approval. You can click the form and go directly there, or use your phone and do it on your phone, however you like. And then once you get that signed or approved, then you can go back and fill it and submit it. So the form should be opening. Oh. Let's see. It's just like 2 or 3 questions. It's not. Ooh,
I think out of 4 classes, only 1 class is at daytime. Rest all are after
Are in the
6
evening.
o'clock. So just that time, if you want to take it in person, your supervisor need to know. That's all.
Yeah. So here's the form, is just your name, which one you'd like to choose, and this is the only one that's in the afternoon, like 3 o'clock. And then the day and time, and then your PI or supervisor's name or signature, and then if you have like an email confirmation or anything that they approve it, then you would upload it here. But we need something approving, and then the date that you will be submitting it or get their approval. And then you can download it, save it, and then go on Canvas and then submit approval, and then you can just upload the document or attach it here. So are there any questions? No? If you do, you can always contact us or me, whoever you like. I can add my information there if you like it as well. And then hopefully it's easy for you guys to like, get there and submit the forms. But and again, we are gonna, as soon as we get the spring courses for CIRTL, I'll be adding it here. So I'll just make sure that I put spring, fall, whatever term you like. And then again, to get here, you would go through your UTSA. My UTSA, and then you'll see CIRTL right here. You'll see Canvas, sorry. And then once you log in, you'll see UTSA CIRTL. And then it'll take you straight there and everything's there. And all the links, everything is working and it's all.
So do we have access to?
Not yet.
Canvas?
No, so as soon as I get all of your information, I think I need their banner IDs. Or their ABC 1, 2, 3. I'll have to double check. And then so once I get that information, I'll add you in there. But you should have access like within the next couple of days.
Because
Right?
as per my knowledge, I don't have access on Canvas.
Yeah, no, because you're not actively taking like
Yeah,
a
because we have
class.
not
Yeah.
registered
But
for
as soon as I add you, then you'll have it. You'll see it. So right now you probably won't see it unless you're a grad student taking a class. But yeah, after my evaluations. Okay, so any other questions? No? Okay. Oh, how do I this one?
Middle, below,
Okay.
it's chair.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is the last slide, I think. But so in addition to the CIRTL network courses, UTSA courses, if you are doing any other workshops or courses beyond that, either through UTSA, through academic innovation, or outside programs, and you want to see if that counts towards CIRTL, just email us, talk to us, and we'll most likely approve it for credit as well. Yeah, so I think that's everything, but any other questions? People feeling good about this?
So I wanted to ask, when we take the UTSA CIRTL courses, do we get like a certificate from the instructor at the end of the course?
So we're probably going to do like an individualized approach depending on like what is going to be covered in each course. So for example, Dr. Romo, who's teaching the molecular microbiology course, teaching in life sciences, you won't necessarily have to do all of the coursework that a regular graded student would do, but you will have to do do a mini teaching lesson as part of the course, and that'll be assessed by him, and then he'll issue this person completed, this final project or, teaching exercise. And then that would be how we give you credit. So other instructors, for example, the engineering education courses, Dr. Ortiz said that instead of doing all of the coursework, she's going to grade a portion of the coursework and she would let you know which assignments or quizzes, were going to be graded for CIRTL participation. And so then if you, complete those assignments, then she'll let us know at the end of the semester that you met those criteria.
What else you guys think will be a good idea to add or any other courses, anything?
I was checking when I went through like the courses offered, I saw had this course on writing an effective teaching statement, but it was like already.
The CIRTL
Yeah,
one?
yeah, so I was thinking maybe that would be a good course to organize for the postdocs, how to write an effective teaching statement.
Yeah.
I would do locally.
Yes. So I think we'll see if the CIRTL network has a workshop in the spring for it. They might, but we also want to do one at UTSA for postdocs and grad students. Potentially, differentiating between like if you're in STEM or if you're not in STEM, since there are some people not in STEM in CIRTL. So I think that would happen toward the end of spring semester.
And please come up with your ideas because the whole purpose is like how to teach is not really the subject is really focused. Like just to make us teacher, that's all. Like when you go to teach,
Maybe something you can add on development of labs.
Developing labs.
Labs, yeah. Because much of it is focused on seminars and teaching stuff. Maybe on some on grant writings and some on development of labs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for faculty development program, you have the quad charts, Gantt charts. So similarly, those kind of things. The faculty development program is really good because I'm attending it. So, like, it's really good. So it's 1 hour of.
why don't you point out with those one and give us the instructor name? So
Okay.
we'll bring them here for this, make that for CIRTL one course for that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just you guys know better than I know, like which courses you guys are taking or which department is taking what course will be good for you. Just bring all these things and then we can approach them. And if they agree, we can make that another program. And we are also planning for like seminars and workshop kind of where we'll be putting some work or some of the seminar and then opposite side, I want you all to come up with okay, half an hour, I will teach some how to set up a lab or how to write a grant. Because I'm pretty sure most of you already are doing half of the thing. Nico is writing grant too, so you will be another one to help writing grant kind of program. So yeah, so we have all our expertise here, just need to know what you want, how to do it, and we'll bring it. And that's what I'm saying, you all should be involved in that and let's bring ideas, yeah, and resources too. Okay.
Yeah, and we're all learning from each other too, because you're all gonna be doing different workshops and courses, so talking about what you're doing or what you're learning, it can be helpful for me, for example, if I wanna take a class next semester or next year, I kind of know what's coming, so just being able to prepare so that everyone can hear and learn as well, be very helpful. And it's fun, I think it's a fun, like, activity or exercise to do, and you get to learn different things versus just what your research is on to.
Good or bad that you guys are first batch of CIRTL at UTSA? Bad, but so good you are first, second will be like you can teach the next batch, so yeah. Maybe we'll make something special like first batch of UTSA CIRTL. Yeah. One more thing we were planning, I think I discussed couple of you that a lot of us, PhD student as well as postdoc, we have some issues when we come first time, especially international, for our communication, verbal, presentation skill, as well as grant writing, manuscript writing. So that was my plan for postdoctoral group. we are starting next January for next year, a free communication programs, we call it 3C model, where we'll be, especially for international students, first one will be to let them understand the American culture, American vocabulary and all this, how to talk and all these things. Second will be obviously poster presentation or doing any presentation kind of, and last will be like academic writing, because scientific writing is completely different than other writing. So like manuscript writing, grant writing. And on top of that, Murray, our another my colleague, he came up with the idea like, why don't we start a writing club? Because most of you already are expert in writing or even verbal. So we can help each other and write together. If you know NCMDD does the writing program, group writing. So he came up with that, and like that's really the best thing because teaching, learning, everything goes together. So maybe Murray, if you want to share your ideas.
Can I put my slide up?
Yeah, sure.
Help you with that.
Where is the computer farm?
Can we put a new slide on?
And again, I know one of you are postdoc at English. That who's the postdoc? We have one postdoc from English, one postdoc from history, which is not yet to last meeting. They were there. There will be excellent guidance for.
We can like talk about it and then we can share this slide out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, they locked for the.
Computer's lost. I put in at least 3 or 4 minutes making a slide and then I get to put it up. So, I mean, it's a writing club. We've spoken a little bit about, you know, if we, let me start again. We'll have stuff that we need to be writing, you know, like we're writing grants, while we're writing an abstract that's coming up, you know, in a week or, you know, 3 months away. We know the deadline's coming, but we'll push it off till then. Some of us have terrible writing habits. I have a terrible writing habit. I just punch it all up once when it's due. We all know that we should be doing it consistently. So this idea of like a writing club or just a writing group is just really just have like consistent times in our calendars to come together and write as a group, because that's really the threshold, right, for inclusion. There's no structured, this is what we'll write about this week. This, you know, we're going to be working on scientific writing this week, for example. It's literally just whatever you need to be writing, come along, here's 2 hours once a fortnight, come together into a room and we'll just write together. You know, so it's me writing the manuscript, it's Katie writing some abstract, someone writing a teaching statement, you know, you've got a job that you're applying for, write that cover letter, that kind of thing, right? Harry Potter fan fiction, whatever, maybe not that. That's the idea. And we can, you know, also incorporate, you know, like there's the opportunity for feedback, but again, it's all just informal, right? Like if you want feedback from your peers, we can talk about it at that time, but really the standard will just be, here's a room, enough people, once a fortnight, that's right. That'll start next year, so I don't have enough time. Going home in December, so yeah, that's it. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone like that idea? I won't organise it if no one really is interested. Yeah, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 resounding yeses. Love it. You know,
Zoom too.
yeah, we've got that slide, I'll send it out. It's about as vague as what I've just sounded, but it's intentionally vague, right? It's supposed to be open. Cool, thanks.
Conclude.
Oh, yeah, I think that's all we have for everyone today. So we will be adding everyone to Canvas shortly. It sounds like we need everyone's ABC 1, 2, 3 or banner ID. So we'll reach out to people so that we can get that info and get you on Canvas. And in the meantime, you know, check out the courses that are being offered and then sign up through the interest form, and I'll send that out to people again so that we can see who's interested in which courses and make sure the instructors know who to expect in the spring. But any questions, just feel free to reach out to us, and happy to talk more about, you know, ideas that you have for future offerings too. Please feel free to take food, drinks.